sneak up here. Sorry. Mike, was there a moment in the offseason or something that happened when you guys came together as players and said, we have to take over, we need to do more ourselves and not put it so much on the coaches? And if so, when was that and what happened?
I think the time for that would have been when the Leadership Council was created. And then, so the Leadership Council was created by the choice of players and coaches. And then before the Western Michigan game, we had a player-led team meeting, and we kind of just laid out, the rules, or not necessarily rules, but we just kind of just put out a foundation of what this team is going to be built off of, and how us as players are going to take account for everything that happens this year, and just understanding that everything is on us. So I think before the Western Michigan game is when we settled that.
When was the Leadership Council actually formed?
During fall camp.
Okay.
Daniel?
Like, as an offense, do you get any added confidence knowing you have a kicker as consistent as Jake?
Yeah, I mean, Jake's he's a part of the offense. We can always count on Jake. Moody's, he's real cold. To do what he did on Saturday, he just, as a player himself, having that confidence in those situations, I love that for Moody.
I'd say I've been around him a couple of years now. I guess, is there anything different about him this year now that he's not splitting time with the player?
Just understanding his role and, just at practice, really, handling his business and doing what he has to do to make sure that he can help us in every way he can.
Isaiah?
Was it your first big catch of the year, but getting that big catch against Nebraska, it felt like it's been kind of a long time coming for you to finally be able to go out there and have plays like that?
I mean, not really. I don't really think about that. I just do what I can to help the team, whether that's blocking, special teams, just staying patient, knowing there's going to be a time where my play or something I do is going to be needed on the field, and just making sure that I stay ready when the time comes and just making plays that come my way.
Aaron?
Mike, who's on that leadership council you mentioned?
It's like 12 of us. Yeah, it's a good amount of us.
You're on it?
Yes, I'm a part of the council.
Did the coaches come up with you guys? How did you guys?
So it was the idea was brought up by the coaches, but everything else was through the players.
Did you guys have a hand in like the uniforms too and everything? Assigning like the alternates?
Are you saying do we decide that?
Yeah.
Yes, we decide that as a council, including the coaches. But Coach Harbaugh asked us what uniforms do we feel would be best for which games and that type of stuff.
Andrew?
Are there any offensive stats you guys keep track of that we may not know about that have contributed to the great start?
In terms of?
I don't know anything. I don't know. Maybe it's obscure, like blocking stats or anything you guys keep track of that your team is excelling at.
I would say just like we understand what doesn't show up on the stat sheet, and when we go over film, none of that goes unnoticed. So I guess that would be a good answer to that question.
Does it actually get tracked? I mean, is there
No, we don't write that stuff down. At least I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so.
To your left, Reiner?
Mike, what was the message Jim conveyed to the team after that win Saturday?
Really, just we got to keep going. Don't fall in love with our own stuff. I'm sure you guys have heard Coach say that. We still have a lot to prove. Just keeping the underdog mentality that we have as a team, and just keep going. We haven't done what we want to do yet. So,
personality-wise, have you seen him more engaged, I guess, this year? I mean, it seems like there's a little bit more of the kind of pep in his step that he had in kind of the early part of his tenure.
I would just say Coach is doing everything he can to make sure that we are successful as a team.